Have you ever looked in the mirror and thought, ooh, when did I start looking so tired? I want to make something clear. I'm not talking about looking old or looking unattractive because, honey, your girl thinks she's cute, okay? Just tired. That's exactly what has happened to me. And if you're anything like the women that I talk to on a regular basis, day to day, you spent years building a career, taking care of everyone else, chasing goals, and possibly even hitting some of those milestones, only to realize one day that you somehow stopped taking care of you. So, in this video, while I share with you my Sunday reset skincare routine, I want to talk to you about something that's become surprisingly important to my personal transformation journey. Not looking younger, but looking like I feel, okay? So, if you've been following my Tracking My Transformation series, then you know this season of my life has me paying more attention to things a little differently. And that's not because I'm trying to become someone else, but because I'm becoming more intentional about who I already am. So let me give you a little context around my skin. I've always had pretty normal skin, so I haven't dealt with oily or dry skin. I wasn't someone who struggled with a lot of acne growing up. As a matter of fact, people have often complimented my skin since I can remember. Most of my skin challenges actually didn't even show up until after my 30s. And for me, hyperpigmentation has been the biggest issue. But honey, since turning 50, yes, I said it, it's actually 53, soon to be 54 now, I've noticed some changes. The skin around my eyes isn't as firm as it used to be. I sometimes look tired more often than I actually feel. And can we talk about these random hairs that show up? I call them my son in lifetime gestation. He's just growing from my chin. I've actually given him a name. His name is Christian. Nobody warned me about that part. So these days, my biggest skincare concerns are looking brighter and more awake around my eyes, reducing the hyperpigmentation, and giving a little extra attention to my neck and décolleté area, honey, because these places tend to tell on us first, okay? And I don't need to be showing my age. And while I know aging is a privilege, yes, I'm very grateful. I thank God for it every day. I also believe taking care of yourself is also important. So let me share with you why skincare became a part of my transformation, okay? Something I've been talking about a lot lately is romanticizing my life. And no, I'm not talking about spending money you don't have or pretending your life is perfect, because honey, mine is far from it. I am talking about being intentional about how you experience your life. The little things, the ordinary moments, the daily rituals, and somewhere along the way, skincare became one of those rituals for me. And it's not because I think serums are going to stop my aging process. I'm smart, I know that. I know it's not. But because spending 10 to 15 minutes caring for myself, it sends a message to my brain, a message that says, I'm worth the effort. I'm worth the time. I'm worth showing up for, right? And honestly, I think that's where confidence starts. Not in what other people are saying about my skin or what other people see, but in the promises that we keep to ourselves. I also reached a place of acceptance. I'm getting older, right? I can't control aging. None of us can. But I can control how intentional I am about caring for myself as I age. I can control my habits, my mindset, my consistency, and I can choose to age with confidence instead of resistance. Now, let's get into all of the things. I'm gonna share with you my skincare routine. All right, this is probably my favorite part of Sunday evenings. The house gets quiet, the week has slowed down and I'm getting a chance to reset, not just my skin, but my mind also. Everyone that knows me knows Sundays are no touch zones. Don't ask me and I won't bother you. One thing I've learned over the years is that consistency beats intensity every single time. And not just in skincare, but in leadership, in business, in relationships, just in life, okay? The little things done consistently create the biggest transformations. As I apply these products, I'm not thinking about looking 25 again. That ship has sailed, although I do look close. Honestly, I don't even want to be 25 again, okay? That was hard. I had little kids. I like the woman I've become. I just want my outside to reflect the energy and compassion and confidence and resilience and tenacity and joy that I feel on the inside. I think that's what a lot of high achieving women are really looking for. We're not looking for perfection. We're looking for alignment, to look in the mirror and recognize ourselves again. Am I right? Leave a purple heart in the comment down below if you agree with this part of the video. To feel confident in the skin we're in, to feel like we're showing up as the fullest version of ourselves and who we are becoming. And if I'm being completely honest, this routine isn't really about skincare. It's about self-respect, honey. It's about slowing down long enough to remind myself that I am not just a producer, okay? I'm not just a leader. I'm not just someone checking boxes. That could be what happens in the hustle and bustle of the week. I'm actually a woman and I deserve care too. Okay guys, so I just got out of the shower. I don't know if you noticed, but I typically put my hair up in a bun when I jump into the shower. But anyway, the last you saw me, I have put the Oat Cleansing Balm by the, One in Key List. I'll link it down below. Anyway, I put this cleansing balm on and then I jumped in the shower. Now, my Sunday routine facial cleansing situation is usually a three-step cleanser. So usually every Sunday I go to church, I always have on makeup. And by Sunday, I will have worn makeup at least one other time in the week, typically 2 other times in the week. And I'll just do a one-step cleanse. But on Sundays, I do a 3-step cleanse. And so it starts with this cleansing balm. And my sister-in-law actually told me about this cleansing balm because, you know, the Elemis cleansing balm is really, really good, but I don't feel like I need to spend that much for something that I'm just gonna be getting. I just don't think I need to spend that much. So anyway, this one was very reasonably. It's probably like $7 or $8 or something like that, and I get it from Ulta. And then when I get in the shower, I will use the Ordinary Glucoside Foaming Cleanser. It's a gentle foaming cleanser, so I'll use that after I rinse the cleansing balm off. Then I'll go in with this foaming cleanser. And then the third cleansing step is this Pacifica. It's the Glow Baby Resurfacing Enzyme Scrub. And I do that to just get the rest of the whatever gook might be on my face. And then sometimes if I still feel a little, hold on, I'll show you the 4th step that I'll do. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do it, but I'll use this Garnier Water Rose Cleansing Water. And that's just to get any of the excess off. And usually I'll have like a pad or something. I'll use this mirror because I can see a little bit better, but I'll just go in with this. Even though I've already like done a triple cleanse, I'll just go in and just see if there's any more residue. Because on Sundays, I just want to make sure that I get everything off. So I'm starting with a fresh face because I typically do not wear makeup on Mondays unless I have a meeting or something. Usually Mondays are like admin days. But see, there's not a ton on there, but there was some. So, you know, it doesn't hurt to go in and just get that little bit of residue off if there is any. You know, I did my brows today, so I might as well make sure that those are good and clean. And then, you know, that will just dry off and then we will go on to the next step of my cleansing and Sunday skincare routine. Okay, so I'm gonna sort of share with you what I do next. I have several products here, so we'll just go through them. I have the salicylic acid that I'll do. I have the niacinamide that I'll do, and these are ordinary products. Then I have the retinol, which I will do on Sundays. I don't do this every day. I might do it one other night of the week, but not every day. I'll just do the retinol maybe twice a week at most. And then I have the ordinary, which is the vitamin C suspension with silicone or in silicone. And I will either do this one or I have the butter, and this is the vitamin C serum. Tonight we'll probably just do this one. And then I bought a new product that I'm excited about that I just tried it last night. And the funny thing is that it does tighten. I felt the tightening, honey. It's the Peter Thomas Roth. It is the, what is this called? Instant Firm Eye Temporary Eye Tightener. It's an easy wear formula. And it's got a picture on here of like how it has tightened eyes. I went into Sephora with my daughter yesterday and she was looking for something and I was like, I was gonna try to get some patches. And the lady was like, why buy patches when you can just buy a serum to go under your eye that's, is permanent versus the patches, which is temporary. And typically they don't have as much of whatever it is you want in it. So I decided, she told me to try this. And so it comes with this cute brush. So I am going to try that as well. So I'll put that on last, but let's go ahead and just start putting things on. This is the salicylic acid that we will do. And we gotta rub it in. Then we're gonna go in with the niacinamide. I guess that's how you say that. And I really like the ordinary products because number one, I feel like they're doing really well with my skin. I haven't had any issues with them. So we're going to do the retinol next. I have hyperpigmentation. And so one of the places that I really like to get the vitamin C because it helps to brighten is I really like to get that on that part of my chin. So, uh-oh guys, we might have to use the butter tonight. Oh, there it goes. It came out. So, what's funny is every time I do this, my face looks like so shiny and stuff. It just reminds me of when my girls were little or when I was a little girl and my mom used to like splatter Vaseline all over my face and all over my body. And then they always made fun, like oh, it just looks so shiny, like a nice little clean, greased down butterball turkey. So every time I do this, that's what it makes me think of. Okay. And then the last thing that I will do is put this eye cream on. And you put it on this little brush. So I'll just put just a dab on the brush. And I just kind of tap it in like that. And then we'll add a little more. And I don't want to touch the brush to this since I'm touching my eye. And there. That does it for the skincare for tonight. Now, it doesn't do it. That's not true because what I am gonna do is I'm also going to, I have a moisturizing lotion that I will put on right before I lay down. Let me grab that and I'll show it to you. So I just started using this one. It actually came in a sample. I've got a ton of like little samples from Charlotte Tilbury. I can't even remember where I got these samples from. But I've got a ton of little samples And one of them was the Magic Water Cream. So it was this little bitty little thing here, and this is kind of what it looks like. But it is just a moisturizing lotion, and it's a tiny little bit, and so I thought I would just try it out because typically this is the one I use. I use the Ordinary, and it is the Natural Moisturizing Factors Photoceramides. This is the one that this is my everyday moisturizing lotion. So as you can see, I use Ordinary products, and I like them because they are very good. They work. I love the way my skin looks using them, but they're very reasonably priced. And I get that, you know, sometimes you want to kind of, you know, act like you can spend all this money on skincare, but you don't really have to. You know, there are products out there that are reasonably priced, and the Ordinary is one of them. If you have any other questions about my skincare, let me know. I'll be happy to share them with you. And if you like these types of vlogs, skincare, if you want to know more about my makeup routine, or I will be sharing other ways that I am romanticizing my life. So yeah, stay tuned for that. So that is my Sunday skincare routine. Nothing extreme, nothing complicated, just a small ritual that really helps me reconnect with myself before the week begins. Because transformation isn't always found in the big dramatic moments. Sometimes it's found in 10 quiet minutes, standing in front of a bathroom mirror, deciding that you're worth slowing down for and showing up for. And that's the kind of transformation I'm tracking these days. Not becoming younger, becoming more me. So, if you're also navigating this season of your life and learning how to romanticize your life, embrace aging confidently, and becoming the woman you know you're capable of being, listen, I would love to have you join me for this journey. Leave a comment and tell me, what's one thing you started doing differently to take better care of yourself lately? All right? So, I'll see you in the next video where we'll come back with a little bit more training on how to become you. All right. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again next week. Bye, guys.